And howdy doody. So today is well, let's say an impromptu stream because there's a little something I came across yesterday while I was browsing. And I don't like it, but it's what's to come. So, I want to talk about it real quick, get out the word, and let's. Howdy, Don Cole. Let me share this screen here. Bada bing, and there it is. All right. So, the FAA has this wonderful page where they list all the stuff that's declaration of compliance to remote ID. And I'm scrolling down this list, and I'm happy to see the all tilts are finally in the runnings here. Got the Light Plus, we got the Light, we got the Evo 2, the Nano. Well, don't need it. It's under 250. And then we go down here and we see this little guy here, Drone Tag. Actually, what I first saw was the model Mini. Now, why would anybody take a mini drone, assuming it's under 250 grand, and get a remote ID on it? Doesn't make any sense. Well, then I see the make being Drone Tag. So I looked at Drone Tag and see who Drone Tag is. And Drone Tag, here's the Drone Tag Mini. It is the broadcast module required to fly with remote ID for those drones that don't qualify in this little list. So here's the Drone Tag Mini. It's a Czech company, and they got their blessing for the Drone Tag Mini. Now, when they first started this old humbug about remote ID, they told us something about $50 for a module. Well, this is a bit more than $50. This is 299 euros. That's, 300 bucks. Can you say, ouch? Now, this is a completely self-contained unit. It's got its own battery in it, and it's actually a little overkill because it also has network remote ID in it, which network remote ID was dropped out of the remote ID. We're no longer required for that. But this thing actually has a built-in SIM card. And here's a picture of it on the, we'll make the picture a little bigger there. So this is the remote ID module, self-contained, self-powered. Basically Velcro that to your GPS drone and you're good, or FPV quad for that matter. Broadcast on Bluetooth, and then this one has a SIM card in it to where you can register it into the LTE network if you had a network remote ID requirement, which that is something we don't have, thank God. So, yeah, but the $50 for a module, my booty, $300. $300 for this gem. Now, I've done some more digging on their site, and this is another product they have. It's called the Drone Tag Beacon. Now, the Beacon is only $199, which, only $200. So we used to build a whole drone for $200. Now it's $200 just for the module to fly it. This requires a power source, so you got to wire power to it. but it's actually fairly lightweight at 16 grams, so it shouldn't be too much of an interference on our FPV quads if this is what we're going to have to do. Now the size is pretty hefty, and it's 37 by 26 by 16, so it's going to take a little real estate on your FPV quads. And operating temp IP rating I'm not too happy with, but it is what it is. And I guess this powers through a micro USB, so we'll have to figure out how we power that. If it's a USB-C in, then I've got a simple solution because it's the same thing that I'm powering my KEDX Peanut with. So, and but yeah, so $199 for the light version. The mini version is $299. It weighs 32 grams, which isn't too horrible, but not all that great either. But I guess if you have like a fixed wing plane like that, I can sneak that module in there and be compliant. So, but yeah, this, to my knowledge, is the first FAA approved remote ID broadcast module that we're required to fly with after, what was it, September 16th of next year. So, Don, what do you have? Have a flashing light on my DJI Mini SE. What do you do to your Mini SE there, Don? Why are your lights flashing? You've got your controller and everything on? I'm a little rusty with the Mini, to tell you the honest truth. I've had one, but it's been some time since I messed with them. But anyhow, yeah, here it is. The first remote ID broadcast module on the market for a mere 299 euros. Well, Don, take the strobe light off, you back under 250 and you're good. Just don't fly at night. You want to fly at night? Well, then you're going to have to put that on top of your Mini and then put your strobe on top of that. And actually, technically, you need a second strobe on the bottom of your unit. You don't have to have navigational, so you don't have to red and green, but you do have to have, well, you put a white one on top and a red one on the bottom. Well, it's not, I mean, 32 grams. I feared these things be much heavier than that. That's about roughly the weight of a Vista unit. So 1.1 ounce is what they said for the imperial translation for it. So yeah, and I hear you. It'll cut into your flight time and all that stuff, but and you know DJI is not gonna go and get a remote ID approval for the Mini because it's designed to be under. I don't know. Will the Mini 3 have one, since they offer a battery that is heavier, makes it heavier than what it is allowed to be? Let's see. Mavic 3. Mini 3 Pro is on the list. So the Mini 3 Pro, they've got remote ID on. Well, Don, might be time to upgrade. Hint, hint. Yeah, other people will know where you're gonna be flying. It's not cool, but unfortunately, that's what we're stuck with. And we can have a big philosophical discussion of whether or not remote ID is horseshit or not. That's not what this stream is about. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just presenting you the fact that we now have this module in our lives. And the price point is just cost prohibitive. FAA better find out a program to make it more affordable. I mean, you get in your toy size drone that are $250, and now you got to stick a €300 module on top of that. I mean, that's more than what the drone itself cost. Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. So, anyhow, that is the great breaking news I had for today. I mean, that's not that breaking. That thing got approved on the 28th of September. So, apparently, I don't look at this list near often enough. But, yeah, here it is. Let's put it back on the screen here. There we go. The Drone Tag Mini. There we go. Great big picture of it. Battery lasts 14 hours. And it does multiple GPS. So GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, and SBAS for it just about covers worldwide. And internal LTE, meaning we have it has a built-in SIM card, so it can talk on the LTE band. If network ID ever becomes a thing, you're already covered with this thing. Unless you find somewhere where there's no cell band, then I don't know what you do. And apparently FAA don't look at that either. So, long term, I think we're all going to be flying on LTE anyway. All your drones going to have a SIM card in it, and that'll take care of remote ID, and you just fly the thing on LTE. I don't think there's going to be any more, at least for the camera drones, that is. Not for the FPV, but for the camera drones. I can definitely see that coming. So, yeah, there's the ASTM F3411 standard. So, there it is. Hopefully they come down in price. We know all of our friends in China are gonna get into this and start copying, and hopefully it'll bring down the cost. And that was my little rant, announcement, whatever, advisory on this, on the subject for tonight. So Dad is on vacation. He's out in California with his son. So I had to hold down the fort, and pop in was a quick little live stream. Do we have anybody else show up in the chat? Nope. But I'm seeing a few more people popping in here. Y'all don't be shy. Say hello. Yeah, if you don't want to, we can't make you. But yeah. So there it is. Here is the mini, and then we have the beacon. That's a little dude. Save us a little weight. But it's, yeah. It's gonna be expensive. There it is. That's a tab I was hunting for. All right, fellers. That's about all I have. And we'll see you again on Tuesday at our regular time at 5:30 Central, whatever time that works out in your time zone. I'm fairly certain Dad will join me again at that point. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the meetup tomorrow, because we actually have, well, there's a family function that I have to go to. Not my family, but my girlfriend's family. And hopefully we'll get out of there in time and make it to the meetup. If not, then, well, so be it. Anyhow, y'all take care. Thanks for stopping by, stopping in. And we shall see you on Tuesday. Until then, bye.